you never know who will pick you. You don't know where you're gonna go the next day. But when I heard Miami call my name, I was so happy.
Hi, folks. I'm Cooper Moorhead, and I'm thrilled to bring you this conversation with Heat rookie Kasparas Jakučionis on this episode of the After the Buzzer podcast presented by Kia, the official vehicle of the Miami Heat. Kia, movement that inspires. Please enjoy. Hello, and welcome back to our show on the Heat Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cooper Moorhead, and I'm joined by Kasparas Jakučionis, the Heat's number 20 pick in the 2025 NBA Draft. Before we get into basketball, before we get into the Heat and your career and where everything could go, there's a story I heard, and I don't think I have quite the full story, but it sounds like during the pre-draft process, you were asked about an animal, maybe your spirit animal or something, and the answer was eagle. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And the way I understood it is that relates to kind of Baltic mythology in some way. Could you kind of explain what that's about with the eagle?
I don't know if it's Baltic mythology or something like that, but I heard that there's a myth about eagles that when they turn like 80 years old or something like that, they just have to choose between, basically they have to make a decision, or they can just basically suicide or like die, or they have to go through very like painful process, like picking up their feather and all that kind of painful process to just live 50 more years or like double their life. So I don't know, I heard somewhere it's a myth, but I'm thinking it's the truth and just trying to follow that.
So you're willing to go through a little pain to keep going. That's what you're trying to tell us, yeah?
For sure.
So I have to tell you, and we've talked a little bit about this, but I was very excited when you got drafted, in part because of this long line of Lithuanian basketball players. But I didn't tell you why, is that I grew up watching the Portland Trailblazers. So Arvydas Sabonis was like my all-time favorite player growing up. Yeah. I loved watching Sabonis. I loved the way he could pass. And I'm pretty sure watching him as a kid has kind of influenced the way I see the game completely. But, for our listeners, I don't know if they know all the details about this. And Sabonis was probably retired by the time, you were even born. Sarunas Marciulionis was probably retired by the time you were even born. I know you told us you watched Jasikevičius a little bit, or you have seen him, highlights of him playing a little bit more. But could you tell us, what sort of reverence do those names carry growing up in Lithuania? When you hear those names, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, so like I said before, basketball is second religion in Lithuania, and everybody follows basketball. We live basketball, and everyone who reads something with it, especially with national teams and all the wins, they're very well known. And they're all legends, like you said, Sabonis, Marciulionis, and Jasikevičius. They're like top people in Lithuania. For some people, maybe it looks they're just basketball players, but for Lithuania, it matters even more. And especially with the independence that it was happening in the past. So basketball just, I think, led Lithuania to like grow, and everybody know Lithuania just because of basketball. So it's very important for us.
Yeah, I mean, just for our listeners to know, so Lithuania gains independence from the Soviet Union in 1990. And those players, Sabonis and Marciulionis, they were forced to play for the Soviet national team instead of the Lithuanian team. So when Lithuania won bronze at the 92 Olympics, that was a huge, huge deal for the country. But again, you're not experiencing that real time. Your parents probably did. They lived through that. Is this something you guys learn in school about, or is it something that your parents kind of pass the stories down to you? How do you get familiar with that history and how important it is to Lithuania?
Yeah, so I was born obviously a lot later than everything happened, but during the school, even when you're young, they're telling you these stories, they're showing you videos, parents telling you stories that they what they've been through when they were young, when they were our age. So you just kind of learn while growing up, and history is very important, especially for us, and just trying to understand it and just have this patriotism in yourself of being Lithuanian.
Is there a reason that passing seems to be a very important part of Lithuanian basketball? That just there always seems to be guys that come over to the league. They're all good passers in some way or another, including yourself. Why is there a way that you're taught basketball that passing is supposed to be part of how you play?
Yeah, I would think that's how it happened because we're not most athletic country. I would say we had some like big guys like Sabonis, Valanciunas, now Domantas Sabonis, but I think the teamwork and chemistry made us win, especially in the past, and just the playing as a team, playing as one. Passing is very important, I think, and passing is flowing faster than like ball is going faster than players.
Yeah.
So it's harder to defend if you're just passing the ball, sharing the ball well, making the right reads, and I think that's what's led us, the Lithuanian, to have that great history of basketball.
How early did you start playing? I'm assuming you started playing basketball very early, but can you remember like when you first had a ball in your hands?
I mean, I went to first workout-ish activity when I was 3 years old. Yeah, so my parents always told me that when I was little, I didn't like to play with cars or toys. I would always just have the ball in my hands, or throwing, or kicking the ball, like just doing something with it. And they decided to put me in one of the workouts in kindergarten, and since then I started playing. I really liked it. I fell in love with the game, and I'm just trying to do what I can, do my best.
Were you always a point guard?
I mean, we didn't have very position basketball. We had more like positionless basketball.
Sure.
Growing up, just everybody plays basketball. Like there was no point guard, no center. Almost, it was just no screens. We couldn't set screens until we were like 12.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. There was rules in Lithuanian like system that no ball screens, no like off ball screens you can set until
you're a lot of like motion offense instead.
Motion offense, like handoffs, cuts, sharing the ball, trying to just play a one-on-one and kick out, then another guy's driving. So everything but screens, I think led us also to play more like as a team instead of individually.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Who taught you how to shoot?
How to shoot?
Yeah, who taught? Like, where do you get your form? Who taught you how to shoot? Do you remember any one person kind of teaching you that?
I don't think there was one person that taught me, but I think just going through different like different systems of basketball, and some individual coaches, they would just fix some things in me, but they never like changed my shot completely. Just fix some areas that I still have to improve, and I'm trying to fix those areas, try to get it right, and just work on it.
Could you tell us a little bit about your family, what they meant to you as far as, first of all, just growing up, but what they meant to you as far as your basketball development, and also what did you guys do as a family when you weren't playing basketball? What did you guys just like to do to have fun together?
Yeah, so they mean a lot to me since I was little. Like they let me do everything with basketball. Like they saw that I really liked basketball since I was very little, so they would just drive me to practices. My dad would wait for like 2 hours until I finish workout, just sitting in the car. So when I was going to every workout, I knew that I cannot just go there and do whatever. I needed to work hard, just because my parents work hard for me, and I don't want him to just wait in the car for nothing. So just trying to do the best and get the best out of me. And outside of basketball, when I was little, we used to travel a lot in the off season, mostly like off school, because when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, we would just go to different countries, try to see new cultures, try new foods, just take away a little bit from Lithuania's all the circle, all the weather, and just try something new.
What's a trip that you really remember? Like, what was your favorite trip that you guys took?
I would say Croatia. We went with the car. We went to Croatia actually 3 times in like, I don't know, maybe like 5 years, since I was like 7 to like 12.
Sure.
So all of those.
It's beautiful in the summer, right?
It's very beautiful. And just the water, like blue water, great food. Great weather. We just walk outside a lot, go swim in the morning, get back, play some board games, just enjoying the vacation.
Yeah. How close are you with your sister?
We're really close. Now she lives in Spain, Barcelona, where I played before. So I'm happy to visit her in my free time and just go back to Spain, see my old coaches there. But yeah, with my sister, we're close. She's here now too, in San Francisco. So she's leaving tomorrow though. She has to study and work. So we'll see when I'll see the next time in Lithuania, probably after summer league.
Clearly, Kasparas is close with his family back home, a home in Lithuania that happens to have one of the most basketball-rich cultures in the entire world. Stay tuned to learn more about that and Kasparas' journey to the league on this episode of the After the Buzzer podcast presented by Kia, the official vehicle of the Miami Heat. Kia, movement that inspires.
Youth basketball works differently abroad in general, and I'm sure it works differently specifically to Lithuania, because in the States we have high school ball and then the whole AAU apparatus. And I know there's like the club system in Lithuania. So even before you, and we'll talk about Barcelona, but how does the club system work? Did you just play for one team since, when you were 3 years old, basically? How did it work?
Yeah, it's kind of different. It's very different. And sometimes for me, it's hard to explain the Lithuanian system because it's also different from Spain's system too. So in Lithuania, there was like basketball school that I went to, but I studied in another school. So it's basically like a club, but this club is from like 3 years old. When I was in the same club, you can play until 18. So from 3 to 18, you have like every age group, and every age group has like 5 teams maybe. So there's just a lot of like quantity of people there in the same school, and you're just competing all over Lithuania with other clubs, other teams, or other basketball schools like mine was. So it's just different, but in Spain it's more understandable. It's just like clubs that it has some like U14, U16, U18 maybe, and then the pro level. So when I moved to Barcelona, obviously I played for U16 first. I started, then the next years I played for U18 and pro team.
So I'm assuming you're playing in Lithuania and you're starting to get some attention for your talents. And does Barcelona come calling? Was there a representative? How did they first get in touch with you?
Yeah, so it was a fun story, to be honest, because when I was playing maybe U13 finals in Lithuania, we lost by like 6 points, I remember. Yeah. But after that, one scout from Real Madrid started like searching for me, and he didn't know my name. He didn't know what team I played. He just say, "There's one point guard in Lithuania that we would really like to see." Yeah. And that's it. They knew about me, so they tried to ask all like the agents, coaches from Lithuania, who's that guy. So now my agent, he was in charge for finding me. So
he ran the search party.
he ran the search party, and he was searching for me like, I don't know, for like 2-3 weeks. He was just going to games. He was trying to see who's can be interested in for Real Madrid. He was asking coaches, and then when he found me, he kind of let them know. He said, yeah, that's the guy we want to see. I went to visit Madrid, and just after Madrid, I visited Barcelona. So, and after that, I just stayed with Barcelona.
What is that decision like, though? Because I mean, you're moving to a different country, and it's not only that, but even though there's different levels at Barcelona, you're kind of making the decision, like, I'm going to start treating this like a professional career, right? So what is that decision like, both with you and your family, when you have that opportunity to go to Barcelona? How did you come to the decision to go over there?
Yeah, so I'm happy that my parents let me go. When I was just 14, 15 years old, not a lot of parents let their son or daughter go somewhere to live in the other country alone. And I didn't even know the language. So it was harder a little bit at first, but I think I just made a decision because I knew the development part is very good in Barcelona. For young players, especially guards, it's a very good platform to grow. And I just wanted to have the best resources I can, because in Lithuania we had like one coach for all team, maybe 1.5 hours a day of some high school
You're fighting for
court.
court time and everything.
Yeah, trying
Yeah.
to find the time for court, and everything else you have to figure out by yourself.
Mhm.
You have to go, do some extra work, figure with what coach you can do, what court you can use, and just everything figured by yourself. So that was the part. Also, I wanted to get like the resources and basically 24/7 access to the court, and just try to get out the best of me.
So you said you didn't know Spanish when you moved there, so there had to have been some tough adjustment period. What were those first few months like in Spain?
It was hard. Like first month, it was pretty hard because I didn't know Spanish. They don't know English a lot, so I would just try to use my hands, use like the gestures to communicate. Google Translator, maybe like show the message, but it was pretty hard at first. But I picked it up pretty quick. In like first 3 months, I understood almost everything. And
3 months, yeah.
3 months, and in 6 months, I started speaking almost fluently. So
Wow.
it went pretty quick. But yeah, the beginning was pretty hard.
I can imagine, but I think your Spanish is going to come in handy in Miami. I think this is, maybe it's recency bias, and I can't say I have a firm grasp on if this is an actual trend or not, but it feels like more international players in the past 4 or 5 years are coming to the States for college. I don't know, maybe I don't have numbers on that, so I'm not going to say it's a firm thing, but why did that attract you? Why? Because, you've talked about Luka Doncic. He stayed and played, Madrid, and one of your teammates, Jovic, he was playing in clubs until he got drafted, but you chose Illinois. Why Illinois, and why did you just choose it generally to come to the States?
Yeah, I would agree that more and more Europeans going to college each year. And I think first of all is the conditions they have, like all the facilities, and even in Barcelona is one of the top teams, top platforms in Europe. They cannot even they cannot even argue with the facilities there are in college, with the coaching staff, recovery, and all that kind of stuff. So I think the conditions would be the number one. Probably now also the NIL is some big part of it.
Sure.
That they're getting paid, so they will choose college. You get studies too. You get a degree. If you stay like 4, even 5 years, you can get master's degree. Like education is important too. But I moved here because of the competition. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to be closer to NBA, live in US, try to see the lifestyle, the game style, how it is here to compete against the best athletes of my like age or even older. So just wanted to challenge myself and try to be as ready as I can.
I mean, your life has just kind of been a series of adjustments. Adjust to this, adjust to the next new place, so on and so forth. And I'm sure you're adjusting to Miami now. But when you get to Illinois, was there an adjustment period again? Did you feel comfortable playing there right out of the gate?
Obviously, every stop, every like different country, different basketball takes time to adjust. It took me time at Illinois too.
Yeah.
Like first 5 games maybe were pretty bad. So it just takes time. I think everywhere to adjust in the new place. But it was easier because I knew English, and here everybody was speaking English.
Yeah.
So that was the easier part, just communication. I could learn a lot faster than maybe in Spain when I didn't know the language. So the language helped, but like you said, the basketball part is different. So it just takes time to adjust.
What clicked? Because you say you had a handful of games at the beginning that weren't great, but then there were games it wasn't long before you were putting on some huge numbers, hitting big shots. And I remember hearing your name, in like December, early January, and looking at the numbers, being like, wow, this kid's putting up some incredible games. So it clicked eventually. What really caused it to like click, where you maybe just kind of your confidence started to grow really quick?
Yeah, I think just, with the adjustments at the beginning, I was getting sped up too much.
Sped up.
Yeah, a little bit sped up, maybe. In my head would be everything too fast, maybe, because it's still different game style, different players. So it just took time to adjust to the speed. and just try to settle in, try to get to my game, play my own speed, and be myself. It took some games to get to that, but when I got to that, I felt pretty comfortable and just tried to do everything to win.
We talked about this before, and I know you told people that you have this kind of singular focus on basketball. And it's basketball, basketball, basketball. Your coaches confine you to the gym all hours of the day. But I know there's something that you do probably to decompress when it's been a long day, you've had a game, you go home, you just need to chill out a little bit. What do you like to do to maybe just take your mind off basketball for a couple minutes?
To be honest, during like all the years I've been in Barcelona and Illinois, there wasn't a lot of free time because we had also school. So there was a lot of homework to do. So that would be the way to get out of basketball a little bit, just to do some schoolwork, try to, write, type, or read for school. Just, following the deadlines, don't be late, and do the schoolwork. But outside of that, I just like to go out for a walk, listen to some music, put on some podcasts, read sometimes. So,
what kind of podcasts do you like listening to?
I listen to some like basketball ones, but if I want to take my mind more of basketball, I will listen to some kind of comedy ones. Okay. There is one Lithuanian that is very interesting.
The name of the podcast?
Negyvas Eteris, it's called. Okay. They're called Negyvas Eteris.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I'll be able to understand if I listen, I assume.
Yeah, but vėl tie patys.
Okay.
Too.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Draft night. You're sitting there with your family, picks are going, you're wondering what's going to happen. I'm sure you're waiting to hear from your agent. What was that experience like, just waiting to find out where you're going to go?
It was crazy, to be honest. Yeah. I knew the green room was intense and interesting, but when I felt by myself, it's just so exciting, so exciting moment. You're just waiting for that. Your name gets called, and you never know who will pick you. You don't know where you're gonna go the next day. But when I heard Miami call my name, I was so happy. And the next day I came to Miami, met all the people there, and just started working.
It always seems like such a whirlwind. You get drafted, and then you're going to a new place, meeting like 100 new people. 3 days later, it's summer league, and then you got to meet new teammates. Just that week seems like a lot. But I'd like to hear a little bit more about your philosophy as a point guard. We know you can shoot, we know you can score, there's all that, but the playmaking part of it, that you have to get your teammates involved. How do you just approach the game, and then how much joy do you take in just setting up someone else on the court?
So I think that basketball is a team sport. Like I said before, the Lithuanians basketball, they're teaching us a lot of that, to be a team player always. Never think about yourself, never be selfish, just involve everybody, to the game. And especially for a point guard, for me, it's important to involve everybody, to know that they feel good, to make them feel even better, sharing the ball, maybe pushing the pace, pitch ahead passes to someone who can just drive it and get some easy baskets. Yeah. So I think it matters for the feel for the players, for the feel for the team, and that's what makes you win. In
your first summer league game, you threw a skip pass to the corner. I was like, that's not a pass that everybody can make, because those skip passes where you read the second level of the defense and you can find it. Does that come naturally to you, or does some of that come from watching film and understanding the way defenses rotate?
I think both. Obviously, just by playing and with experience, you get more and more comfortable on the court. And I'm pretty young still, so I have a lot to learn, a lot to grow. But watching film is a big part of that too. Just trying to see what the defense do, trying to know where the help comes from, and just make the right read. Try to have the right spacing for it too.
There's a couple questions I've been ending these podcasts with, and one of them is, if you're in the league for 10, 15 years, for a lot of guys, that's a great career. So we'll just assume, for the sake of this question, but if you can fast forward, 10, 15 years and look back, what do you want to have accomplished in your career? What do you want, not just in terms of accolades, but what do you want your legacy to be in terms of when people think about the way you played, this is what they think about?
I would say just giving 100% to basketball. You know, having no regrets after. Just don't be the guy who said, "Oh, I wish I could do that," or "I wish I have worked harder when I was younger." So just having no regrets and obviously winning championships. I think that's the goal for every player, and that's the main goal for me.
What's the best play you've ever made on a basketball court?
Best play?
Best play. The one that you always think about every once in a while that just pops in your mind.
I'm not sure, but I like this year I did like pass between the legs, like assist between the legs on the fast break for a 3-pointer. So I kind of like that one.
There was one pass you had at Illinois. I was watching your highlights where you did kind of a spin and you still got it to your big guy. And I had to fast forward or rewind and like 10 times to figure out exactly how you got the pass off. There were a couple fun ones like that. So we like to finish up with this one. It's a easy question or a hard question, however you want to go. Who are your 4 favorite basketball players of all time?
4? Okay. Kobe, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll put Kobe. I'll put LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah, so those 2 for sure.
Yeah.
My favorite ones. Now I have two more.
2 more to go.
When I was younger too, a little bit when I was watching, you know, the Spanish basketball, like when Luka was in Madrid and then getting drafted. So I would say Luka would be.
Seems to be a pretty big inspiration on you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Luka would be there. And then I would say probably Šarūnas Jasikevičius.
Okay.
Like I said, I never seen him like playing or live or something like that, but just getting the aspiration of a leader he is, and he coached me a little bit in Barcelona when I was there. So I just kind of saw the person he is, the leader he is as a coach, and the same he was as a player. And just watching his highlights, and just his personality, I would say.
Awesome. That's a great 4. Well, that's all the time we have. But thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Kasparas Jakučionis. We look forward to seeing what you do in your rookie year and every year after that. Thank you for joining.
I appreciate you.
All right. Take care, everybody.
I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Kasparas Jakučionis as much as I did on this episode of the After the Buzzer podcast presented by Kia, the official vehicle of the Miami Heat. Kia, movement that inspires. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube for all the content we have coming your way down the road. But until then, thanks for watching and take care.